angels, it's Haley Reese, and I know you guys are probably a little bit confused because last you saw me, it was dark and we said we were heading to the Screaming Tunnel. Now, we didn't go to the Screaming Tunnel last night for 2 reasons. The first reason being it was so windy last night, you guys. We could hardly even walk to our car. Like, I wish that I was being like a drama queen, but I'm not at all. Like, thank goodness we didn't blow away. But the second reason was, after like much thought, we kind of just thought that going to the Screaming Tunnel at night would really only be for one purpose, and that would be to light a match and hope that the little girl screams and blows it out. Now, if you guys know me, you know I'm not about playing any sort of like spiritual games. I don't know if that's really considered a game, but ultimately, if there is a little girl ghost there that is afraid of matches, I never want to be the one to light one and frighten her. So we decided that instead we would get up bright and early, we would head to the Screaming Tunnel, and we would explore it in the daytime, see what vibes we get, see what parts correlate with the video that I've done on it. And so that's where we're at today. If you have not watched my Screaming Tunnel video, what are you doing? Go ahead, watch that video first, and then come on back here, because this is gonna make way more sense. Another major reason that we did not go out last night was because we did not sleep the night before. The bed and breakfast accommodations were amazing, but I was up all night jumping out of bed seeing things. So I'm gonna have Sarah tell you guys what happened in that bed and breakfast.
Oh, you gotta sit down here.
And okay, so we're just gonna put it on Sarah, and Sarah's gonna take it away and share it with you guys. Okay, I'll move so that she can
she can sit there because you sit on this side.
Okay.
And I'll sit over here because
You're me.
Haley.
Okay, so you're me. My mom is Sarah.
Yes. So this is Haley. Sleeping, literally like this. I'm sleeping right there. Well, not really sleeping because I don't really sleep well when I'm awake.
I'm Sarah.
If she had have turned and looked at me, I would have ran out of the room.
So I looked like I was doing some sort of like chore.
Yeah, and then she lays right back down, and she's asleep. So we're laying like that for like an hour.
Or no, it's fine. You can stay sitting up. It's fine.
So we lay like that for like an hour. Then, all I think is Haley's getting up to go pee, and she must really have to go, because she is like...
Show how I
You run like so far, and then
she climbs onto a chair.
Yeah, so use this chair as an example. I'll insert a clip after showing you guys where.
You can be you on the floor on the other side, but just stay up from where you are.
So I'm hiding. I'm hyperventilating apparently in the corner on this chair. I'll insert the real one after.
Then
I'm like, Haley, go back to sleep.
And then she's like, I'm not getting back in that bed until the animals are gone.
And I'm like, Haley, there's no animals.
Yes, there is, Mom, and Sarah sees them too.
Now I'm Sarah.
No, Sarah, you have to say what you said from over there.
And then I said, no, sweetheart. Sarah doesn't see the animals too.
So apparently I woke up, I looked like I was playing with a Ouija board. I freaked Sarah right out. I lay back down, I go back to sleep, and then like an hour later I jump out of bed like a crazy person, hop up in the corner, and say I'm not going to bed until the animals are gone. And apparently I really thought I saw them, and my mom was like, Haley, there's no animals, go back to sleep. And I said, yes there is, Mom, and Sarah sees them too. Sarah, no sweetie, Sarah does not see the animals too. So yeah, we didn't get much sleep the night before. I was kind of all over the room all night. So we just really needed to catch up on some sleep last night. That is for sure. Guys, so many of you guys have been asking Sarah to do the Ouija board story, and all of our videos have been so long leading up to this point that I figured we would add Sarah into this one. So she's finally going to tell the Ouija board story. Here we go.
Hello. I used to do a lot of Ouija boards when I was little, which was so stupid, and nobody really ever told you shouldn't do Ouija boards. And then it got to the point where like my friends were wanting to do it every weekend. And then it just got to the point where I was so freaked out with them doing it, I would not touch the Ouija board anymore. And they started doing seances along with it, which was super creepy to me. And so the one night where all my friends, it's a sleepover, and they're doing the Ouija board, I'm like, I'm not touching this thing. Like, I'm freaked out. And they're all like, oh, come on, come on. I was like, nope. So I sat in the corner. So there was like 4 or 5 girls. I can't really remember, but I do remember like the 3 that were predominant in the story. And they were all doing the Ouija board. And then all of a sudden, my one friend looks like she's gonna like fall asleep, and then she like wakes up.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, hit the road, Jack. And I was like sitting in the corner. And when I was little, I was told I had a guardian angel named Jack. So I was like,
Way freakier.
this is creepy. And I'm just letting them, I'm trying not to pay attention. I'm like praying in my head, like, I just want to go home. Oh my gosh, please protect me with the white light, because that's what I was always told to do. If there's anything bad around you,
That's
you
true.
protect
Listen to
yourself
this one.
with the white light. So if you're ever in a situation where you're completely scared or you feel like there's something bad around you, just close your eyes, picture yourself with the beautiful white light around you, and at least that's what I do, because that's what I believe. So all of the girls are playing this, and then like they all start looking at me. And the one girl, and her eyes look so demonic to me at this point, and I was just so creeped out. So I looked over and she's like, hit the road, Jack. And I was like, what? And she's like, hit the road. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And she's like, what, you think you're better than us? You think your light's so strong? She's like, you don't think it's ever gonna dim? And I was just like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then I told her, I said, my light is so strong. You're not going to get to me. And she's like, we'll get to you. Or something like
Yeah,
that.
I remember
It was
when you
the creepiest thing, and I was just like,
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like that story really freaked me out when she told me that, because I remember her telling me that specific detail, and like anything that's like evil or negative hates when you're of light, because they can't get to you, because lightness and like God is always like stronger than darkness. And so like when she told me that, I was like, oh my gosh, Sarah, don't ever let your light dim. Keep that light going.
so just the funny part is I was literally sitting in the corner at that time, protecting myself with the white light, right? So for her to say, you think your light's so bright, you think we can't get to you, at the same time I'm sitting in the corner protecting myself with the white light, I was
Yeah.
like, I am done with this. So I stopped doing it altogether and pretty much hanging out with everybody I was hanging out with, because they kept wanting to do it every weekend, and it freaked me out so bad to the point I was just like, I can't do this, because drawing the negative energy into yourself is never going to let you get ahead. You're always going to be in the same negative
Yep.
place and doing the same negative things. And if you don't get yourself out and shine your light on the world, I mean, what's the point?
Yeah, and like the same thing when we were at the Ottawa jail hostel, we were going up from like looking for the bar. We were on like this mad hunt, and like this group of teenagers came out of like that solitary confinement area that I showed you guys, and they all had Ouija boards, and like they were like, look, if you want real fun, look what we have. And Sarah, tell them what you said.
I said, you do not play with those things.
Literally, the girls thought we were like being parents. Like Sarah goes, you shouldn't play with that. And I'm like, watch my videos. You should not play with that. Mona regretted it. And they're like, who are you? But yeah, I just really wanted Sarah to tell you guys that story, and you've been commenting it on every video, which is awesome. I love when you guys continue to comment, letting me know what you want to see, because it makes me have no choice but to give it to you. So that is Sarah's story.
Ciao, ciao.
Mom's never played with a Ouija board.
Ever.
She's afraid of everything. Did you guys see her face in that last video at the end? But anyways, we're gonna get out of this room. We're basically packed up, and we are going to head on to the Screaming Tunnel. So we will see you guys soon. Love you. Guys, we were just about to drive past the Screaming Tunnel, and all of a sudden Sarah literally turns her neck like the Exorcist and says, that way. And the Screaming Tunnel was right there, and she said she felt her head was pushed. Sarah, tell them.
I did. I was just like, we're like, oh, I don't see it. And I was like, oh, that way.
Yeah, it was so creepy. She goes like this, that way. Like,
Well, we can pull up closer.
guys, we made it.
Should we go?
Yeah,
Let's go a little closer. Oh my goodness, there really are.
Now after that, I'm super glad we didn't go.
You guys, there really are houses right on the outside of this tunnel, just like described in my video that I made. It's crazy. We have officially made it to the Screaming Tunnel. It's really wet in here. I should have brought rubber boots. It's interesting because it's really not that long of a tunnel. Ah, thanks, Mom. So this is what's on the opposite side of the Screaming Tunnel. And then here it is. The craziest thing is I just walked over here by myself. You can see they're back there. And I thought that there was like someone out here on this other side because I heard a little girl. I swear to goodness. And when I came out here, I'm the only one on this side of the tunnel. So that's a little bit freaky. I definitely sense something in this tunnel. But I feel like I sense it right in this section of it, right in the center. I don't feel like it's close to either of the edges at all. I keep feeling like I'm hearing someone behind me or like a kid or something, and I wish I was fibbing about that, but I'm not, and it's only because I'm alone right now. I definitely sense something in here. I'm really thankful that I wasn't gonna light a match just because I feel very, not afraid, but I do feel the energy of a little kid and I would never want to scare anything ever. Overall, you guys, there's definitely someone in there. I want you guys to let me know what you think because I would be interested in coming here at night, but I'm just not comfortable lighting a match and scaring a kid ghost. Like, that's just not my intentions. I don't like to play games. It was a railway now. But yeah, definitely let me know if you guys want me to come here at night. I will. I don't like to play any sort of game, and I feel like when I start to light matches to bring a ghost on, that's playing a game. And I also kind of feel like it's just cruel. So I don't know what you guys think, but I definitely want to come back here. I have this really weird feeling that I can't shake. Like, I feel like I'm gonna look in this viewfinder and see somebody right there. Well, you guys, we are heading back to my car that we left back there in the very first video. I feel like this trip has just happened so quickly, but it has been like, sorry, I'm like swaying with the camera. It has been like the best time. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I thought it was like such a good time, you know. It's a lot of experiences that I wouldn't go on because, I mean,
yeah,
I'm not usually going out to hunt ghosts or anything. It's out of my norm. But I think if I was a viewer watching it, I almost wouldn't believe the things that we've experienced.
I wouldn't either.
Right? Like, my key sitting on the thing after I know I made the bed already and I put my key on the shelf and then it's under the covers, like, that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Right?
And I mean, hearing the words leave and seeing a skull in the background.
Right, like, this is, for us, like, we didn't even hear that before. So, I mean, it's all your fans telling us that leaves in the video, and still do I believe it? I mean, I was trying to convince you guys that it was said somehow else, right? Like,
yeah,
because I didn't want to believe that it was there. Yeah.
When I used to watch like YouTubers videos on things like this, I just always kind of thought that people staged things, and even on TV shows, I love ghost TV shows and things like that, but you can't help but wonder what's so Hollywood about it, or like what are people faking for the views or the money. And I can genuinely say, like, what we experienced on this trip was 100% what we experienced. Like, we were not dramatizing any, well, we are dramatic when we watch things and see things, but we were not dramatizing anything for views. Like, this was an authentic experience.
If we were gonna make something up, I think that it would have been a little bit more dramatic than leave.
Yeah, and we, you know, like, you can't fake our reactions. Like, we were in pure shock when we saw that.
Well, I think that people were commenting and making fun of me. Like, I was in genuine shock.
Yeah, I just feel like I've seen ghosts my whole life. I've experienced spiritual things my whole life. My mom has not.
Never.
She has never in her life.
My very first time ever experiencing anything like this.
Given, like, she's experienced things that, like, she can play in her mind to be nothing. Like, when she experienced things, you know, with the tube and, like, things like that with the woman in white, it's like, those things she grew up like trying to push to the side, like maybe that wasn't paranormal, maybe that wasn't who I saw, maybe this, maybe that.
I always pushed it aside.
Yeah, you always like try to make excuses. You and Uncle Kelly are always trying to make excuses for the things that we see. You're so afraid of it. I think that's your defense mechanism. But after leaving this trip, like she cannot deny what was experienced in those places. Like, so yeah, I just have to say that was such a crazy trip. I wouldn't have wanted to experience it with anybody else. And I'm so genuinely so thankful for the experiences that we had, because I don't know, it's just so cool. Okay, my angels, please don't mind this crazy bun, but I am finally, after what feels like the longest weekend ever, back in the comfort of my own home. Some of the craziest things happened this weekend, and resuming tomorrow, I cannot wait to sit down and talk about them with you guys, because whew, you guys have no idea some of the dreams that I've had and the things that I saw and what I really experienced on the other side of that vlog. This was so much fun for me, exploring and going out and getting to see all of these different things. I hope that you guys aren't upset with me for having not lit the match at the Screaming Tunnel. I just didn't feel comfortable about it, if that makes any sense for you guys. Like I said, I wouldn't be opposed to visiting it at night. I just don't feel lighting the match is the right thing to do. If you guys enjoyed these videos, please make sure to let me know if it's something that you want to see more of. It was something that we loved. We had such an incredible time, and getting to meet some of you is just like the icing on the cake. So please make sure to let me know if you guys want to see more of it. And on that note, I am so ready to edit today's video, take a nice bath, curl up in my own bed, and get some sleep. I seriously love you guys more than anything, and I am so thankful and appreciative that I get to do this. Like, it's just the best thing in the whole world, and to have you guys behind me, supporting me, rooting for me, and just being a family. You guys will never understand how much that truly, from the bottom of my heart, means to me. So on that note, you guys, I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. But can I just say how crazy it is that we're halfway through our 31 days of Halloween? I feel like this just started yesterday, but I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Remember, my loves, do all things with kindness. And until next time, I love you guys so much.